What are the pros and cons to running veteran leads, and how can you as an agent decipher if this is going to be the actual lead type for you? My name is Trey. I'm the owner of Agent Lead Lab. In the past 3.5 years, we've helped 550 agents like yourself issue pay $40,000 a month. We're now about to have 4 agency owners who've scaled over $1 million a month, leveraging our leads and systems. So as always, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe on this channel. I try to break down exactly how you can go out and implement those things, methods, strategies, and tendency scripts, behaviors that they are doing. So let's hop right into the video. Today may be a little bit of a shorter one, but it may not. We'll see kind of how I'm feeling. So I want to talk about the pros and cons of veteran leads. So let's start with the cons first, and then let's go to the pros. All right. So the first immediate con that most people don't recognize is that the Facebook ad library is flooded with veteran content. All right. So what does this mean? Okay. So this means whether you are a marketer, you're doing lead gen, or you're an agent, that the client is seeing tons of different creative concepts. So they're filling out tons of forms. The way to think about it is certain niches have more or less people in them. And the more people they have in them, typically the higher their cost is, the more confusion there is between clients because they don't necessarily know or remember what they filled out. I'll give you a perfect example. We run ads for life insurance agents. And even these life insurance agents, as sad as it is, they're like, wait, what is this? I filled out a ton of stuff. And it's like, bro, are you serious? Like, but it makes you think that people don't really know what they're doing. They just fill out a bunch of stuff and say, oh, I'm just going to talk to a bunch of people and see which one works, which to me is not the most effective way to do things, because at the end of the day, like if you don't know what you're looking for, you filling out a bunch of stuff doesn't really mean anything. You should, hop on a call, kind of have it, not, you'd say should, but what people want is for the client to hop on a call, know that exactly who it is that they're calling them, their name, be ready to pull out their bank account and sign up. And unfortunately, that's just not how it works. The con though is that veterans, because people want to not work in the way that you have to for like a mortgage or an IUL or do all that in terms of developing the skill, want to be able to call, close, and do it in one sit, get it over with. Don't want to chase them down and make a buttload of money per close that they get. Unfortunately, on that same token, there are tons of marketers, even agents, who are trying to run their own ads. And they're running their ads to landing pages, to funnels, and they're throwing anything up there: veteran benefits, veteran free, veteran state regulated, all this stuff. And these veteran people, unfortunately, are getting absolutely hammered with calls, reach outs, the whole 9 yards. So that is the first and honestly immediate con. The second one is understanding the actual niche. All right. Now I think this is important because when you think about niches, a lot of people want to go after them because they are untapped. Now this one's not, because there's a lot of marketers doing it, but they are untapped. There's tons of niches that haven't even been touched before. Well, the problem is that when you go into those untapped markets, you actually are hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself, because you're, how do I say this? You want to go in there because you want to make more sales and make more money. But if you don't actually know the people, how they think, what they say, what they do, and what else they're seeing, and what they may or may not qualify for, you lose it. So if you don't actually understand and can answer their questions, you're hurting. Now, this is across all three, but most of the time, that's why a lot of people stick with final expense, try to go to IUL because they just can just spitball their way into saying, oh, this does all this, even though they don't even know what it does or know how to really break down an illustration. And they don't want to do mortgage because they don't understand how to, convert the conversation. So you have to actually understand the niche, right? You have to know like what veterans are seeing, what is GLI, what benefits do they receive, what benefits do they not receive, how does the life insurance for the VA actually work? Are they being told that's not actually true, right? So if you don't understand that, then of course you're not going to obviously have the best outcome when it comes to talking to the client. So it's immediate con because people get into it for the wrong reasons, right? To me, those are really the two biggest cons. Now, I want to go through the pros because that's really where you make your money. Okay. So number one, schedule. What do I mean by that? Right? You can work a FEX schedule and make mortgage money. What does that mean? You can work the hours of a final expense agent and make money like you're a mortgage protection agent. Okay. That's number one, schedule. Second thing is customer, what do we call it? I don't want to say IQ, but let's say awareness. Okay. Here's what that means. Veterans understand and know what's going on. Now, this suits some people better and it doesn't suit others. For people that want to be like emotionally selling, this doesn't help because veterans are very direct. They're to the point. They know what's going on. Even their spouses, their loved ones, their kids, like people that grow up in army households, like typically very like routine, disciplined, direct, to the point. Like, let's just do this, have to do what I have to do, get things done. So a lot of people like that. Some people don't because they struggle and they're like, okay, this is a little bit difficult. These people are just like telling me like it is. And, you have to shoot them straight too. They also understand like respect and hierarchy, but there's also like a level of, if you just call them and you're just trying to sell them and you don't actually genuinely care, like you're not going to do well with these clients anyways. Cause like, here's the thing, veterans should get some sort of benefits, but they really don't. Like genuinely, it's not really anything crazy. So you need to explain to them like how the process works. Be honest with them, and if you are honest with them, it benefits you. Now, the amazing thing is that they're aware. Okay, you have a lot of clients who are in that final expense age range who are not aware, which basically just means that they know what life insurance is. They don't think that it's free. Most of these people aren't getting on here thinking that it's free. They just want to know, like, can they get a discount or can they get something for their service? Which at the end of the day, it's like, bro, a lot of these people went over there and were fighting for us, like to make sure that we could stay as like a free country and whatnot, right? So it's like they do kind of deserve some respect, bro. It's like you didn't go out there and do that, like that's how I look at it. So in my mind, the most immediate thing is like, hey, you don't need to beat around the bush with these people, right? Which should be a good thing because if you deal with other demographics, you have to like, well, like mortgage protection, like, is it, I already have life insurance. It's like, okay, well, final expense. It's like, well, is it free? It's like, no. And like IUL, oh, I heard this is a scam. It's like veterans are just like, okay, cool, it's life insurance. Explain to me how it works. How much can I get? How much does it cost? What can it do for me? Can I get approved? Right now, you have to close them. You have to close any demographic, but their awareness of knowing what it is really, really high. It reminds me of like general business entrepreneurial sense when you're talking to like B2B, even though they're not obviously B2B, but it just reminds me of that, right? Like, and a lot of them, they understand. Next thing is money. Okay. Now, here's the thing is that a lot of these veterans have money, right? And what I mean by money is like they're getting much higher, and it's guaranteed, right? And that's another thing that's like, it's like a lot of these veterans have money stashed away, put away, whatever, but also they're getting it, every month. Like disability checks are super high. Then so they're getting a lot more than traditional final expense, but they are sitting around at home. They aren't working. So they're easier to call through today and get to pick up and have conversations. So I think that that's super important. And really, this is it, y'all. Like I keep things super simple. I'm not gonna try to overcomplicate this video because this is not one of those videos. Let's roll from the top. All right, cons. Facebook ad library is flooded with veteran content. Don't get upset when you call these leads and they're like, I already got taken care of. I already spoke to somebody. It's like, bro, you have to understand what you're dealing with. This is like a gold mine. You should not think that, oh man, every time I get a pack of veteran leads or I run veteran ads, like every single time I'm just gonna smash it. Right? It's like that's not how it works. That's why age leads for veteran work really well. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Right? The actual niche, right? So if you don't know about veterans or how veteran life insurance works or if there are veteran benefits, then you should probably go on YouTube and look that up. You should spend time. Like be a master. If you are not a master of your craft doing this life insurance stuff, it does not matter. Okay. Pros, schedule. So you can work a final expense schedule and still make mortgage protection money, right? Your average annual premium is going to be a whole lot higher. It honestly is higher than IULs. And you're writing not a lot. You're writing mostly whole life, right? Customer awareness. Veterans understand and know what's going on. They genuinely do. Like they understand life insurance. They served our country. Like they know that if they die, something's going to happen. You don't really need to tie too much into the emotion. It's a very logical sell. Like, cool, this is how much it is. Do you have this? No. Does that make sense? No. Okay. It's like, let's just be honest. You don't need to be like, well, how would Sally feel? It's like, okay, you're going to die. You don't have anything. What's Sally going to do? The crazy thing is that people don't also realize a lot of these people already have life insurance. That's the most wild thing is like, they're already really good clients because they understand the value of life insurance. That's a pro. Like you're not spending all day explaining like, this is why you need it. It's like, bro, they know why they need it. They just looking for like the best rate, the best deal, and if you can help them out. Really simple. Let me go back to the ad library thing. You have to understand that there's veteran life insurance and there's veteran like benefit programs. All right. Veteran life insurance is something completely different from a marketing standpoint than veteran benefits. Veteran benefits with no word of life insurance is meant to be manipulative. Even if it says veteran life insurance benefits, that's fine. That's like saying final expense life insurance benefits. There's nothing wrong with that. The word benefits is not bad. The problem is when you take out the life insurance. Veteran benefits is just like, oh, what is that? What does that mean? Is it free? There's a lot of the ability to objectively interpret what that means. Veteran life insurance benefits or veteran life insurance programs or life insurance for veterans, like that is very direct to the point, right? Like it doesn't matter if you use the word benefits. The problem is if you use the word benefits completely and you don't put life insurance anywhere on the ad and the copy and the creative and the videos on the landing page, on the booked call section, on the whatever. It doesn't, if you don't have that there, that is intentional. And I understand because there's a significant cost difference when you say veteran benefits. But the problem is when you say veteran benefits, you confuse the client. So they don't really know what they're opting into. And when they don't know what they're opting into and you call them, now they're confused. If you say the veteran life insurance plans, they're going to say, cool. You say the veteran life insurance benefit plans, they're going to say, cool. You saying you get a discount because you're a veteran is a benefit. Veteran life insurance discounts. That's not free. That's just life insurance. Veteran discounts is like, whoa, what is that? Veteran benefit discounts is even worse. So understand that people are running tons of different ads. You need to work with your team to figure out what's being said in the videos, on the page, whatever. And it has to like align. If the video says veteran benefits and the landing page says veteran benefits and the BSL says veteran benefits, then what do you think is going to happen? If they say life insurance and life insurance benefits or life insurance and then benefits, but the word life insurance is throughout everything, then that's probably a good company you should consider, or those are the type of leads that you should run. If you're not doing that, then that's probably why your leads aren't good. It's just pretty simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Cool. Schedule is a pro. All right. You can work a final expense schedule. What does that mean? You can do a lot of one call closes. You don't have to book out a whole lot of appointments, right? You can kind of get directly to it. All right. Now there's times when obviously you can book an appointment, but appointments come and go. Now, here's the thing is like, you have to remove any emotion that you may have about what you think is supposed to happen and rather just do what is meant to happen. Okay. Customer awareness. They know what's going on. It's pretty simple. And then a lot of these veterans have money and money relative to a final expense niche, right? So if you have questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. This is a quick rundown of the pros and cons of the veteran leads, veteran life insurance industry, what it looks like, why you can, what you should know. And you can't get frustrated with these things, y'all. Like if you get upset, oh my goodness, they said this. It's like, bro, they're seeing a ton of ads. Like understand that. It's just like when I get upset when people are like, yeah, I filled out 10 forms. I'm like, that sounds ignorant because you're going to probably complain to me that these clients said the same thing. And it's like, bro, you're the same person that you don't want to be. Don't do that. Just get it done. Right? I don't ever blame anybody. I didn't close 3 agents, 3 people yesterday. All 100% my fault. I got too emotional. I tried to push a little too hard. I didn't, control the conversation. I never look at that. I never like all these leads. Like, nah, bro, it's just me. Is it wrong? Take full responsibility and accountability at all times for all actions that you have. If you're an individual agent, you can go to leadlabcrm.com. Check us out. You can buy leads, $2.50 up to $55 lead. We'll be coming out even more leads. We also offer Spanish leads. If you are an agency owner and you're looking to potentially partner up with us, we do have a 3-step process. You do have to go through it. Doesn't matter. We're not just going to go ahead and go from not knowing you to being married. It doesn't work like that. And by married, I mean, you're paying us a retainer and all this other stuff. For us, it hasn't worked that way. Now things can change, but right now that's where we're at. All right. So you can go to the website. You can look at our lead things. You can book a call, but I'm telling you what's going to happen when you get on the call. Right. That's our process and that's what works. So as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.